What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video your girl is here to bring you a 5 looks 1 palette with the Lunar Beauty Moonspell palette. Now I told you guys I have this was actually one of the 2 things that I purchased during the original Sephora VIB sale, and I really wanted to take my time and get to know this palette. This was a palette that really spoke to me, and not only the packaging, because you guys know I love Halloween. I love the decorations here. They have skulls, literally my heart right there, automatically my heart. Then there's a snake. I claim to be a Slytherin, so yes. And on top of that, these colors just really spoke to me. They had purples, some interesting browns, and then they had some greens and blues. So this palette overall just screamed me, and I knew I wanted to pick it up. I was able to get it for a discount during the VIB sale, and I really wanted to take my time, like I said, to really get to know this baby, to show you guys, because I know a lot of people did first impressions and that was it. So I wanted to give you guys a really thorough review on this baby. So I will be giving you guys 5 looks in this video. I hope you guys enjoy them. This is look number 5, and throughout prior to this video you guys will definitely see all of the other looks, because I always record multiple videos when I do my makeup. So I hope you guys are excited to see the looks that are coming out of this. A lot of the looks were loved by not only me, my parents, but also you guys on Instagram. I believe I posted some by now. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm not going to talk too much more. Let's just get into it. Alrighty guys, so I'm gonna be doing my first look today. I actually am recording during the weekend, so I have some sunlight. Obviously I have today off, which is always a good thing. And what I'm gonna do for my first 3 looks, I already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go based on the rose. So I'm gonna do an all purple look, an all neutral look, and then an all greeny blue look. And then I'll do 2 additional looks, maybe even 3, where I kind of mix up all of those colors. So I just wanna show you guys the diversity that this palette can provide for you. So today I think I want to just start off with the top row, and I am going to use the 2 mattes in this row. So I'm going to go in with Paige, and then I think that is, yeah. So I'm going to go in with Paige and then Sabrina. So Paige is going to be my transition color. I'm using an Eddie Funkhauser brush. I just cleaned all of my brushes and I found this brush. It was hiding in the back of my like flower pot thing where I hold all my brushes, and I love this brush. So I'm very happy that this was not one of the brushes that I just cleaned, because I would have been sadder that I had no transition color brush. But anyways, this is applying beautifully, as you guys can see. I do have my eyes primed with my Smashbox 24-hour primer. And if you can hear that, that sounds like somebody maybe doing something outside in their lawn. I honestly don't even know, but we're just gonna hope that you guys can't even hear that. But yeah, very pretty color, and it's showing up beautifully. I am very happy so far, and I've only put 1 shade on my eye, so that's always a good thing. Next, I'm going to go into one of my clean Wayne Gosses, and it's the number 17. And like I said, I'm going to go into Sabrina, which is the darker purple. And that is going to be my outer V shade. Once again, this is showing up beautifully. And I am just going to go ahead and bring this into my crease. I will say that it's kind of stuck in this one area. I don't know if you guys can see, it blended out in the other areas. Okay, just adding a little bit more product really helped that to blend. I just wanted the full blend on the whole crease, and it just seemed like one area just didn't want to do that. And just going back in with that Eddie Funkhauser brush just to really blend it out even more. And now let's go ahead and do the same thing on my other eye. just to let you guys know, this Sabrina shade seems actually very, very vibrant. It's more vibrant in pan and also on my eye than I was expecting. I was expecting it to be a lot more of a darker, more sultry, like cool tone purple. And this is definitely a warmer toned, deep purple, which I can't say I have very many in my collection. And that's coming from somebody who has a lot of purples, because purple is one of my favorite colors to actually put on my eyes. So this is good. I'm actually very much enjoying this so far. Now I will say, if there was a black, I would use that to deepen out my outer V even more, but there's no black. And I mean, I do like this look, and this is more of a daytime appropriate look. I don't really do day and nighttime appropriate, chat. I just do a look, but you know, we're gonna keep it pushing. Now I'm just going to clean off a brush. I thought I took all my dirty brushes out, but apparently not. This is my Sephora Pro 13. It's just a flat brush, and I already squeezed out my glitter glue, so I guess I'll just go ahead and use it. But I'm not gonna be too pressed if this is not the best cut crease, and I might actually blend the shimmers into my crease too. We'll see. But since I already put it on my arm, just kind of second nature, I'm gonna at least use it. So there are 3 shimmers in this row. One that is like more of a shimmer. So sorry, this one's more of a shimmer, and these 2 are more of metallics. So I think what I'm gonna do, I know what I'm gonna do. Okay, what I'm gonna do is Phoebe, which is the darkest metallic, is gonna go all over my lid. So I'm only gonna have 1 shade on that part. And this is a very pretty color, especially for the 2 crease colors, because this is definitely like a pinky blue with even some purple in there, metallic. This is stunning. Okay, I did get some fallout. I can feel it, but that was my fault. I had kind of chunked on a bunch onto my brush, and then it kind of didn't disperse the best when I was putting the stuff on my lid. So that's my fault. Wow, that is stunning. I really hope you guys can see what I see. I'm hoping actually this daylight is helping. I'm just gonna go into the brush that I had the darkest purple and just blend mainly the outer corner. I just like to make sure it's not too like stark, and I like to kind of blend it out a little bit more. I am enjoying this, and I thought I was kind of over purples for a while. Clearly not too over them. Now what I'm gonna do, just clean off that same Sephora Pro brush again, and I'm gonna take the lightest purple in this row, which is Prue. And that is going to go in my inner corner. Oh my gosh. Okay, I will admit that I don't know if it's because of the brush that I'm using, but there's not a huge difference between the inner corner highlight and shade and my lid shade. There is a difference, but you have to kind of stare. So if you're one of those people who likes a super stark difference, I wouldn't use these 2 colors together. And then lastly, I got to do my lower lash line. So I am going to use all the colors. You thought I wasn't, but your girl is. So what I'm going to do is take Piper on a Sonia G brush, and I think I might actually wet this because I want to I'm going to just go with it. This is a pretty nice brush, and I'm just going to pack this right against my lower lash line. Yeah, this is a good brush for this. I did just get quite a decent amount of this in my eye, which is never a good thing, but we're gonna keep going. The strong survive. And I can see in my viewfinder that you guys can see that shade, so that's a very, very good thing. And then what I'm going to do is take that same brush that I had my transition color in and no additional product and just blend out oh gosh, good Lord, and just blend it out the edges. So this is basically the look. I'm actually really happy with this look. This is a very vibrant out there look. I need to figure out something to put in my waterline. I'm gonna do a tight line. I'm gonna do mascara. I'm not gonna do any eyeliner because I'm actually trying to save my eyeliner because right now I don't have any extra. But I'm gonna do all of those things and then I will come back to show you guys my finished look. Alrighty guys, so I have finished my look. And this was so much fun. It was a very easy look to create, as you guys know. I have already talked about one of his palettes, so I will have hopefully that link down below. I have a couple more looks that I intend to do in this video, so just stay tuned. I honestly don't know how many looks I'm gonna do. I'm looking at maybe trying to get 5 looks out the way from this palette, but if I can do more, your girl's gonna do more. So let's get to the next look. Alrighty guys, so I'm here to bring you look number 2, and I don't feel like doing browns. Do I want to do browns? I'm gonna just keep going in order. I'm gonna go ahead and go into this middle row with the browns. I think I want to start off though with the deepest shade, so I'm gonna go in with Kiki, which is right here. It's the deepest brown, and I have not primed my eyes, so I need to prime my eyes really quickly. Okay. So now I'm ready, and I'm going to take that kiwi shade like I said, and I'm just going to put it on a really small brush, and I'm just going to pack it on my outer V. Now I'm doing this because I want to make sure I get definition in my outer V, and the easiest way to make sure that my darkest shade gets really packed on to my primer is for it to be the first shade I put on. So that is why I'm doing it this way, just in case you're wondering. And doing that, you can actually see the brown on my eye. Maybe had I done it the different way, you wouldn't have been able to see the brown. And this brown actually has like a green-ish undertone to it, which makes it kind of like a poopy brown, which I am honestly not mad at all. I'm actually happy about that. Okay, so I think that's good base-wise. Then I'm gonna take a slightly bigger brush. This one's gonna be my Wayne Goss 19, and I'm gonna go into Winifred, which is the next darkest brown in this palette. Actually, let me see between Sarah. Oh, that's weird. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go in with Winifred, I'm sorry, which isn't that like a famous person's first name? I know this is all based on witches, but I feel like I know a Winifred. And I know it's not from personal relations. I don't know anybody who's actually named Winifred, but it just feels like it's a famous person's first name. Like, isn't that Oprah's real first name? Like, I know it's no, it's Winfrey. That's her last name too. Good Lord, you know. We're just gonna ignore that I just said that because that is just pure stupidity. I'm just gonna go back in with Kiwi, just with that same brush I had it on before, and just redefine. I want to make sure that Winifred doesn't take over that outer edge, but just kind of blends in seamlessly with Kiwi instead. So this is looking beautiful, I must say. I'm not a huge fan of browns, but this is looking really, really nice. It's really blending out nicely. Next, I'm going to take another Wayne Goss brush. I did clear it off with my color switch. Hopefully all the color is off. And I'm just going to go into that last brown, which is Sarah. It's a really cool tone brown, and so it's not really going to match this look, but I'm just going to use it kind of to set my brow bone. And I used a very light amount, so it doesn't really take anything away from the two real browns that I really want people to be able to see. I really do like how these browns layered and kind of built on each other. I am not mad at that at all. Honestly, I can't be bothered to cut my crease tonight, so I'm not going to, but I am going to take a Sonia G Builder Pro brush, and what I am going to do is I am going to take Mary, which is the darker shimmer, and I'm going to pack that towards the middle and outer lid. That's what I'm going to do, because this looks to be like a gray. Yep, this looks stunning. And like I said, I did not cut or put any additional primer on my lid. Actually, I love this. This is going to go all over my lid right now. I also did not spray my brush. Had I sprayed my brush, I think this would have been even more pigmented, and I will go ahead and do that just so that you guys can see it. But this is pretty as it is now. This would be like a really good, like, what's it called? Like Thanksgiving or whatever look. All of these holidays that are coming back. Oh, it's really good to do like a neutral eye and like a really bold lip for these types of holidays. And I think that this is nice. And this shimmer, honestly, it's pulling a little green. It looks like there's green shimmers in it, but it's like a blackened green. It looks really pretty. But what I'm going to do now that I put a base layer on both lids, I just added a little bit on my brush. Now I'm going to spray it. And I'm just going to now apply a layer of sprayed on top of the non-sprayed. And yeah, it's the same exact color, still very, very pretty. It's just a little bit more saturated, a little bit more amped up. And yeah, I like it. I liked it before and I like it now. I really do. That was a lot of product on my brush. Okay. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is take my lightest toned brush and I'm just going to blend out my lid tone shade, because like I said, I want this to be a very loosey-goosey look today. I didn't want this to be very structured. I'm enjoying kind of the very unstructuredness of this. Now, I am just going to wipe off my brush once again in my color switch, and I'm going to take the very next shimmer, which is right here. This looks to have more of a little bit of a purpley, maybe copper tone to it. Let us see. Yeah, this is more coppery. So maybe not the best combination with my lid shade, but it's okay. What I'm gonna do is just kind of blend these in together. So I'm gonna make this more of a beginning third and inner corner highlight than like an actual inner corner highlight, just so that it kind of blends into the look and it's not as stark, because one is definitely cool toned and one is definitely warm toned. The shade on my lid is definitely more cool toned than the shade in my inner corner, and I'm really liking that Winifred shade. That is basically my skin tone. That's a very nice kind of crease color. So I might try and reach into this palette a little bit more just for that shade alone. Now what I'm gonna do is take my smallish brush that I put Kiki on, and I'm just gonna take Kiki and layer that right under my lower lash line. Okay, and after Kiki, I'm just going to take that other brush and take up Winifred, which I already have stated is definitely a favorite shade, and blend that out. That is the look. Very simple, very easy. I actually really do enjoy it. I'm just gonna hop off camera very quickly so I can finish up my eye look. I'm gonna do my liners, mascara, and I will figure out what I want to put on my lip. I think I'm gonna do a bold lip because my eye look is just so neutral. So after I figure that out, I will be right back. Alrighty guys, so I came in close so you guys can see the look. Hopefully you guys can see the like green tone that the lid shade is really pulling off, and then the more warm tone bronze that the inner corner shade is pulling off. And of course, I mean, did you really think I wasn't gonna do a green lip? Like, I had to. So for my lip color, let me just tell you, it's Venus. On my cheeks as my blush, I put Laughter from Chanticelle, and then I put for highlighter, my highlighter, blush highlighter thing from Bakerie. This is my second look, and I used the whole middle row. So this is the second day that I've used this palette on camera for you guys. The next look will be this full bottom row, and then I definitely will be doing at least 2 more looks mixing up all of the rows for you guys. So stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed the second look, and let's just get to the next one. Alrighty guys, so I'm here to do look number 3. Quick disclaimer, it is like 3 a.m. I just flew back home at midnight and I can't go to sleep. I flew back from Vancouver, so my body is still adjusting to being back on Eastern time. Is that what I am? Yeah, I'm on Eastern time. So yeah, I'm here to do a look, and we'll just see how it goes. So like I said, I'm here to do look number 3. And as I said before, I'm going to stick with just completely doing all the rows. So I'm going to focus on only using the bottom row in this palette, and we're going to see how it goes. So first things first, I am going to go in with Bonnie, which is the lightest green in this row and in this palette, and I'm just going to use my really fluffy Eddie Funkhauser brush. I love using this for a crease shade. I think it's a really good brush, and this is looking less like a green and more like a yellow with like a green undertone, which I'm not mad about at all. I hope you guys can see. I think I have you guys zoomed in as close as possible, but yeah, I've been actually doing stuff tonight. Like, I got back, I immediately did my nails, and now I'm gonna do a video, maybe a couple. There are a couple of things I would like to kind of get recorded, but I just missed you guys. I hadn't recorded in what, 5 days? And for me, that's unusual. I typically at least record every couple of days or so, unless I'm just quite literally not in the mood. But this time it wasn't that I wasn't in the mood, I just was not home. So that is done. Now I'm gonna find a slightly smaller brush. I don't like how that one blends. What is this? Okay, this, yeah. I'm gonna use this Esom S33, and now I'm gonna go in with Nancy, which is like a bluer tone. And I think this should be more mid-tone compared to the other shades that are in this row. So just as before, this is blending beautifully and applying beautifully. This green, because of the, this blue teal, because of the green base, is actually pulling more green, which I'm not mad about. It actually will make this look be a little bit more cohesive, because I am gonna end up deepening out now this shade with the dark green in this palette. And I'm just using the same Esom brush to kind of blend out my edges. It worked a little bit better on this eye. I'm just gonna grab a little bit more because it looks like there is a part that's like not blended on this eye. Okay, now I'm satisfied. Now I'm gonna take that same exact brush. I might just wipe it off my pants. And then now I'm gonna go into Marine, which it says Marnie, which is the darkest green in this row. And I'm gonna just pack it on. And we're just gonna kind of blend it in. So just looking at it packed on, it's definitely not darker than Nancy. So I would highly recommend switching the order and actually putting Marnie first. Oh wait, I actually know that witch. That's from Halloween Town. I love Halloween Town. I'm so happy I finally have access to that movie because of Disney Plus. I just haven't gotten around to actually watching it, but I will. I can promise you that I will. Okay, 2 colors left in this row. So what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and cut my lid so I can do my lid shade. Alrighty guys, I did a very quick cut, not too precise, which I'm okay with. What I'm gonna do is take Fiona, which is the kind of teal shimmer shade in this row, and I am just gonna lay that right on top of my NYX glitter glue. Now, I will just let you guys know that I chose to cut my lid today because I noticed that this was definitely not one of the more shimmery formulas. So this definitely is not going to be a metallic. There's definitely not going to be any glitter in this shade. So I wanted this to pop a little bit better, which is why I decided to cut it with the NYX glitter glue. But I believe in the previous look I didn't use a glitter glue, if I'm remembering correctly. It's been quite a few days, and that lid shade popped, but that was one of the more glittery infused shades. So do take this with a grain of salt. This is one of the more lackadaisical shimmers that he has in this palette. He only has about 2 with the same kind of basic formula, if you will. And yeah, either way, this is a stunning, stunning color, and I actually kind of feel like a peacock, which I'm not mad about. I don't mind looking like a peacock, looking like a clown. If I like it, it's all good. Now what I'm gonna do is take Hermione, which is over here in this corner, and that's actually gonna be my inner corner highlight for today's look. I'm not going to add any Fix Plus or anything to my brush. I'm just going to do my best to actually pick it up on my brush, and then we're just going to apply it. I am using that same brush that I used to do my lid shade, and this is just a Freedom like lip brush or something. Nothing too fancy. Now I am having some difficulty actually getting this shade on my brush. And something is poking me, good Lord. But yeah, that's actually a really pretty color. It's very subtle. There is some glitter in it. It's actually silver glitter in like this bronzy, goldy shade. But because I didn't wet it, it's not super opaque. This is definitely kind of one of the more, I would say, shimmer topper shades that is in this palette. Now I'm going to go ahead and work on my lower lash line. I'm going to pull out my Wayne Goth. Am I going to pull it out? Actually, let's go ahead and pull out this ColourPop brush. I haven't used this in a while. I'm actually going to go ahead and go into Nancy, which I found to be the darkest shade in this row. And that is going to go right up against my lower lash line. And then what I'm gonna do is take that same, actually, where is that Esom brush? Found it. So I'm gonna take that same Esom brush and I'm actually going to go into Bonnie. I really enjoyed that color. And I'm just gonna take Bonnie on this Esom brush and just blend out that shade that I have down there and also connect it up top. You guys know I love to connect my lower lash line to my upper situation. I love it to death. And that's it. Very simple look. It pretty much blended itself. I am going to go ahead and put a liner, a wing liner on, as well as some mascara. I will finish up the rest of my base and I will come back to show you guys the finished look. Alrighty guys, so I decided to stay in close like I typically do, just so you guys can see my look up close. Let me stop talking and show you guys. And this is the finished look. So this is now look number three. I have 2 more looks for you guys, and since I've already done 3 looks based on the rose, I'm now gonna just use my other inspiration and just mix and match shades. Now that I've quite literally used every shade, I know what every shade is gonna look like on my skin. And so I can just kind of have some fun with making 2 more looks. I'm actually really excited. There's not one shade in this palette thus far, or just in general, that I am not happy with. So I'm very much excited to see how the other 2 looks come about. If you are excited and you are interested, just keep watching. Okay guys, so I'm here to do look number 4. As you can see, I do have the sunlight working with me. As you guys know, that typically means I either have the day off or it's a weekend and I have the day off. I just have the day off today. Today is actually the Monday before Thanksgiving. My life is gonna get super hectic right now. I'm working on completing my final paper for the semester. I'm working on preparing for Thanksgiving because your girl is the chef for Thanksgiving. And I'm also planning to do Vlogmas. So very exciting stuff coming up for me. I am really excited for it overall. And hopefully it comes out well. So like I said, today your girl is going to be doing look number 4. So I'm just going to kind of go into it. I've already used all of the shades. And so I'm just going to kind of do a weird kind of concoction and see how I like it. So I think first what I'm going to do is go into Bonnie. That's the shade that I used the first yesterday. And it's like more of a yellow with the green undertone in my opinion. But very, very pretty color. And I'm just going to use that as my transition color in my transition area. This is a rougher brush. I believe their shop is now actually open. I got an email talking something about that. I didn't really pay too much attention because I'm not buying makeup or brushes right now, but yeah, something about their shop is open, which I'm expecting then my package, because I did pre-order a whole bundle of brushes from them. So I'm excited for that to kind of come to me and to kind of test that out. I'm gonna up my brightness because I feel like you guys can't really see the trueness of the pigmentation. This is very pigmented on my eyes. I hope it looks better in person on the screen than it does from what I can tell in the viewfinder. Then I'm just going to take what am I going to take? I think next I'm going to take Page, which is this light pinky color, or pinky purple, somewhere in there. And I'm just going to really lather up my Smith blending brush, and this is just going to go actually in my crease. If I paid attention to the color wheel, I feel as though I would know that these two don't blend together the best. I honestly don't pay attention to that, so I don't know. But I'm just gonna go back and forth between my two brushes and really just work on a good blend to my satisfaction between these two colors. And it's looking like it's coming out halfway decent now. Yeah, I like that. Alrighty, so we're getting there. Next, I'm gonna take yet another brush, and I think this time I'm gonna deepen out my crease even more. And I'm gonna use a really small blending brush. This is from, I think, Makeup Revolution. And I'm gonna go into Sabrina, which is the darkest and most vibrant purple that there is in this palette. And so I'm gonna start that in my outer V. And then I'm gonna bring it in. And I'm glad I chose this little small brush because there's not much room for me to blend this up without kind of getting rid of the middle shades. I'm going to take my time, and I think I did really good. So I'm just going to do the exact same thing over here. I am going to continue to deepen out this outer V just slightly. I lost the brush that I originally wanted to use. There it is. I'm going to take yet another brush, and I'm going to attempt to use Kiwi to deepen out this outer V even more. I truly can't remember if Kiwi is darker than Sabrina because I've never used these two together. So we're just going to see. I might need a different brush. This is a very loose brush. Let me use a more compact brush. I reached into my ColourPop C9, I believe, and I'm just gonna really just pack it on right here. So in my opinion, you don't get an obscene amount of depth, but you definitely do see that I put something right there. I'm just gonna work with what I actually have going on. And I think what I'm going to do today is actually use a combination. So I think first I'm gonna take this really dark shimmer, which is Mary. And this is on a dry, flat brush. And I'm just gonna put this towards this outer edge of my lid. Probably should have just wet this to keep all the shimmers and the glitters on my lid, but it is okay. And what I'm going to do is just take that brush that had the matte and just blend the outer edge of that shimmer I just laid on, just to make sure it just kind of gradually works out. Okay, now I'm gonna clean off this lid brush one more time, and I think I'm gonna go in with Phoebe. I found that that was my favorite lid shade. It's just, oh, this shade, the amount of glitter in here is insane, and it gets glitterier and glitterier throughout the day. And I know that's not a word, but I'm telling you, this shade makes it a word. Now, the last time I did use this, I did have a NYX glitter glue underneath, so it is going to be very interesting to see how this lasts and if I still get the same effect today now that I'm not using a glitter glue. But it's definitely not as like in your face, but I'm hoping that throughout the day it'll still get glittery. I can always wet my brush and still get a very similar effect to cutting my lid and like with the glittery sensation, if you will, but I don't want to. So I don't think I'm going to. I'm just gonna go back and forth on my brush, just blending the two shimmer shades together just so that you can't really see where one starts and where one begins. I'm very, very happy with that. Very happy with that situation. And why is my camera... So hopefully you guys can see better now that I've focused my camera again. And now I'm just going to work on my inner corner. Inner corner today, I think I'm just going to go in with Prue, which is the lightest purple. And, oops, it's a little chunky when I grab it. Oh, great. Just got some shadow in my eye. What's new? Okay, all right. Okay. I'm just gonna take hopefully a clean brush and just kind of blend that, because that was a lot. There we go. I only do blend things out on my inner corner in the event that it's really chunky, and I'm worried that like it's gonna chunk off throughout the day. So that's why I did that. But now it's time to finish up this look. So for my lower lash line, I'm actually going to take a combination of Sabrina and Kiwi on this really small brush that I had used earlier. And I'm going to put that right up against my lower lash line. I know that Sabrina is going to be the most kind of potent color in this combination, but that's okay. I just wanted to use Kiwi as well. Okay, and then next what I'm going to do is just find a halfway clean brush, and I'm just going to go in with my really true lid color, which is Bonnie, and I'm just going to blend that whole lower lash line out with Bonnie and connect up top per usual. So yeah, this is the finished look. I'm not sure that you guys can really see what's going on because of the outside lighting, which is weird. I always find it to help, but I feel like it's not helping. Hopefully you guys can see now what's going on with my lid. I'm sorry if this was very out of focus and very just kind of hard to follow. I am going to hop off camera. I think I'm just going to do a normal mascara, a waterline, finish up the rest of my face, and then I'll be back to show you guys the finished look. Alrighty guys, so I went ahead and actually pulled my curtain a little bit so not as much light was coming in. I think it looks better looking at the viewfinder, and this is what my eye look looks like. I'm enjoying the combination of the yellow with the purples and the brown. I'm actually really enjoying this combination. Let me zoom out so you guys can see the full look. I did go ahead and finish my base. I didn't put a blush on today or a highlighter, which is groundbreaking. But for lips, I went ahead and used my ABH Bittersweet, and then I kind of topped it off in the middle with Ozone from Kat Von D, just to bring a little bit of purple with the brown that I have in my crease. That's it. I really enjoyed this look. I'm going to be doing a lot of shopping. Today is Monday, so I need a lot of errands to be done today. So hopefully I won't get too many looks. That's why I tried to dial down the purple. I just can't be bothered to get looked at today. It's just not the day for that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed yet again this look. Look forward to look number 5, which will be my final look. I will be bringing it in. Alrighty guys, we got there. We got to look number 5, and let me tell you, child, it has been a mission and a half. Let me see who is attempting to call me. Nobody that I know. Okay, sir, today is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and your girl has been running around like I have a chicken. Wait, no, I've been running around like I'm a chicken with my head cut off. I've been doing so many errands. I just got back from the grocery store for like the umpteenth time, and I'm done. If I don't have it now, it ain't getting done. I have already primed my eyes, and let's just kind of get into it. Let's just see what we can create, what interesting things there are to be. So I think first I'm gonna go into Winifred. I really like that as a transition color. So let's just go ahead and do transition color first. And this is a Royal and Land Nickel crease brush, blending brush, whatever. I really enjoy that color Winifred. It's basically my skin tone right now, which is nice. That means it really can be a transition color if I want it to be. It is a little yellow for me, but still, it's pretty much my skin tone. Then I think I'm gonna just keep this same brush and just go into Sarah. And I'm just gonna put Sarah a little bit lower than that. It's not really gonna do much, but it's just gonna take away some of the yellowness in my crease and make it slightly darker. Okay, now comes the real fun. Let me find a clean blending brush that I actually want to use. Here's one. Alrighty, I think I want to go into Marine. I keep saying Marine. The child's name is Marnie, that one. I really like that color. So I'm gonna actually make this a majority of the shade in this look. Especially blending into Winifred. I think this is gonna be a really nice combination. So yeah, like I said, I've been running around with like I am a mad woman trying to prepare for Thanksgiving. I pretty much cook the whole kit and caboodle every Thanksgiving and every Christmas. So I'm used to it, but it's like I just got back from a trip this past Sunday, and these past 2 days I thankfully have had not to work. So I've been able to kind of get back on this time scale, recover, and prep. So I'm starting to do prep, which is typical for me. I'm gonna get a lot more prep done today and Wednesday. Like Wednesday is gonna be my baked goods day, and then today is gonna be kind of prepping more of the foods. I actually might do the potato salad today because then it can really marinate and really those tastes can really kind of come together over the next couple of days. But yeah, I enjoy doing it. It's just one of those things you have to plan, you have to plan. And yeah, I just wish that the conference that I wanted to attend was not so bloody close to Thanksgiving. Then I just I wouldn't be planning so kind of on the cuff. And I would actually be able to plan. So anyways, this has been a ramble. How is your Thanksgiving? By the time this goes up, Thanksgiving is long past, but I would still love to know how your Thanksgiving was if you celebrate Thanksgiving. I know not everybody does. Now I'm going to take a little bit of kiwi, and I'm actually just going to go ahead and deepen out that outer V with kiwi. I really enjoyed what that did to my look yesterday. So I'm just going to go ahead, and this is going to be definitely more of a kind of earth tony, more fall-ish look, and I've just been feeling getting back into that. I was into it for a little bit, and then I kind of went out, and now I'm back into the vibe. Alrighty, so I looked up and your girl's camera was no longer recording. It clearly did not want to hear me ramble on about my Thanksgiving escapades, but it also was out of memory, so I had to go ahead and delete some memory. I did just go ahead and take the time to cut my lid, and now I'm just taking that kiwi shade that I put on my outer V and just blending it in with the product, my NYX glitter glue that I cut my lid with. So for my lid shade, I think what I'm gonna do is take Samantha. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Samantha, which is like the bronzy kind of, but it has kind of a purplish, I believe, if I remember correctly. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put that right down the. This is the ABH, what, number 18? The one that everybody says is like the perfect lid cutting brush. It's definitely a good brush, but it depends on your eye shape whether it will actually work for you, in my opinion. But it is definitely a good brush and I can definitely use it. So I guess at the end of the day, that's all that matters. I don't know if that really goes, but it is what it is now. I already got it on the lid. So let us okay. Now I'm just going to take that last brush as always and just blend again. Name of the game is to always blend. When in doubt, blend it out. And I'm just going to go back and forth between my two brushes. In case you are interested in my kind of Thanksgiving debacles, I will be picking up some family in like a couple of hours. Hopefully I'm not late because I'm recording, but they'll be all right. Now I'm just going to take Kiwi again under my lower lash line. And then after I finish picking them up, I'm going to hopefully come back here and work on some more prep. I've already prepped a little bit for like the mac and cheese. I'm thinking I'm gonna do the potato salad tonight so that that can kind of really meld and get together. And then Wednesday can predominantly be the what's it called, the baked goods day. I'm also going to take a little bit of the Marnie shade and just put that in that area as well. Because there are definitely things that I cook same day. So I cook like the ham and I warm up the chicken because we have some people in our family that don't eat ham anymore or pork. And then I do an appetizer on the same day. If people want breakfast, I get them breakfast, or I make them breakfast, same thing. So there are definitely things to keep me busy on the day. So I like to kind of prep as much as I can before the day. But I would love to hear how you guys' Thanksgiving went, if you celebrate Thanksgiving. If you don't, child, how was your day off? Because everybody gets the day off regardless, pretty much, unless you're in the food industry, which thankfully I am no longer in. I think what I'm going to do is actually take a little bit of the Mary shade because that has some green and I want to bring some green into my inner corner. So I'm going to actually take Mary. That is a terrible brush for that purpose. So we're going to chalk that idea. Take a different brush. There we go. And that's not necessarily the brightest inner corner highlight, but I don't think this needs to be necessarily a bright look. I'm gonna hop off camera really quickly, finish up my eyes. I think I'm just gonna do eyeliner and mascara. I don't think I want a wing liner today. I like the way I constructed this eye look without it. I am gonna put some blush on today, maybe some highlighter, find a lip product, and then yeah, I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, and this is the finished look. I think it's looking pretty true on the camera, so I'm not going to up my brightness, but I am going to close my eyes and stop talking so you guys can see what it really looks like. And like I said, this is the finished and final look. I'm very, very excited. I am going to zoom out so you guys can see the whole kit and caboodle. If you're wondering base-wise, same things, although new blush today. I'm actually using my Songbird blush. It did use a brush that had a little bit of a different blush on there, so this is kind of true to color. And then on my highlighter, I used the highlighter that is no longer being sold, but maybe one day. It is from Makeup Monsters, which is now Menagerie Cosmetics, and it is their Cross the Streams highlighter. I loved this highlighter formula. On my lips, I decided to go with a different brown, one to really pull out the yellow tones and the browns in my crease, and I went with Max Consensual. This is in their like nude line, and yeah, it has like a yellow greeny undertone, and you know your girl loves a weird undertone. But this is the last look. I hope you guys enjoyed this whole series where I did 5 looks in this video. It took some time. This of course will be during my December B&B Miss. So I hope you guys are enjoying B&B Miss as of today. I don't know when this will be going up. I'm just kind of pre-recording a whole bunch of stuff and gonna throw it all in December. So I hope you guys enjoyed this B&B Miss so far. Look forward to the rest if there is any left. And yeah, as always y'all, it has been real. Peace.